Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Jack. I live in Chicago and I'm a high school student.
My name is Madison, and I'm a trade representative for the U.S.
Me llamo Juan Rodriguez. I came to Juarez, Mexico recently to get some work in an auto factory.
My name is Pablo Sanchez, and I'm a biologist. I'm working as a scientist at the Center of Atmospheric Studies at the National Autonomous University of Mexico in Mexico City.
Have you heard the term acid rain before?
Yes, I have.
How has it affected your life?
Although acid rain hasn't affected me, pollution has because I have asthma, and one time I had to go to the ER after a cross-country practice because it was so hard for me to breathe.
So, what are you looking for in this New Deal?
I'm looking for better regulations on scrubbers in fossil fuel plants because that eliminates the sulfur dioxide in the air, which is one of the main causes of acid rain.
And what's your motivation?
As I previously said, I have asthma, and if there's no pollution, it would make my life a lot easier because I deal with it on a regular basis. So, do you know what acid rain is?
Yes.
Have you ever been affected by acid rain?
I have not been personally affected by acid rain, but with my job comes many drawbacks, and one of them being acid rain.
And what are you looking for in this deal?
I want to stimulate the economy as much as possible and promote economic growth, whether this means with jobs, with taxes, or whatever.
What was your main goal when moving here?
I'm engaged and I'm trying to work very hard to earn enough to be able to put a wedding on, and I want to start a family, and we are trying to get money for that.
Are you aware of the environmental effects your job has?
There's people that tell me that my job has a lot of environmental impacts negatively. I don't really see those problems in my day-to-day life. But recently, there has been a lot of factories closing down, and I'm worried that that might happen to mine, and I'll be out of a job.
Why do you think these factories are getting closed down?
The robots and automation are taking a lot of the jobs that were done usually by workers like us. And it is making our wages go down, which is horrible because I need to provide for my family.
What would it mean for you and your family if you were to get laid off?
Me and my fiance Juanita would have to move to a different city and to get a new job so we could support our family. You've obviously heard of acid rain. What is your stance on that?
Oh, well, acid rain right now, it's a crisis in Mexico and for Mexicans all throughout the country. I mean, it's destroying many ancient, priceless monuments and temples, just like Chichen Itza and many more. See, these temples, they were made of limestone, and they contain calcium carbonate. And when that reacts with acid rain, it almost instantly dissolves. In 100 years, we could see many all gone. All this history, all this Mexican culture and history just disappear.
Understanding that, what are you looking for in this upcoming deal?
This upcoming deal, I'm just hoping that we can stop or almost permanent or just temporarily halt pollution of nonmetal oxides causing acid rain, because at the rate we're going, soon enough, it's all going to be gone. And we're seeing lots of erosion and lots of damage to these monuments now. The reason being, limestone needs to breathe, so it can't be covered up with a protective coat. So until we can research enough to find some sort of a protection, then it needs to be stopped.
So, what is your opinion on the New Deal?
I think that the New Deal is very beneficial because of the new regulations for scrubbers will limit the sulfur dioxide in the air, which in turn will stop acid rain, and it will also limit pollution, which will help me with my asthma.
I got a lot of what I wanted, but I think that, I think that it went really well because not only did I get a lot of what I was looking for in the deal, but we also benefited the environment a lot, which is always something that I'm looking to do even if my job doesn't always call for it.
Well, I think there's a problem right now in the Mexican federal government, and I think that the negotiations were very heavily skewed in favor of supporting the Mexican economy. And I think that that's a problem because the environmental aspect of this country needs to be preserved.